Assembly to rewrite the Constitution in one fell swoop between 2003 and 2007. Successive assemblies have employed an incremental approach to altering the Constitution. Hence, the first, second, third, and fourth Constitutional Alteration Acts were passed and enacted. These amendments undoubtedly improved our electoral management and adjudication systems, fostered political participation, and addressed other fundamental good governance issues. The current constitutional alteration exercise is a legislative response to relentless agitations by Nigerians to address contemporary constitutional issues. Throughout the constitutional alteration process, the National Assembly adhered to the time-tested participatory approach to constitutional amendment. That is why, from the process's inception, we invited written submissions from citizens, interest groups, socio-cultural organizations, and civil society organizations. Subsequently, we held zonal public hearings in 12 centers across the 6 geopolitical zones and national public hearing here in Abuja. Furthermore, after several meetings and engagements with the State House of Assembly, the Joint Committee of the Senate and House of Reps recommended 66 constitutional alteration bills for passage. We considered that those 66 bills have a considerable level of national consensus as gathered from public consultations. Out of the 66 bills, 44 were approved by the Senate and the House of Representatives. Subsequently, the 44 bills were transmitted to the 36th State House of Assembly on the 29th day of March 2022 for approval in line with Section 9, Subsection 2 of the Constitution of Nigeria. The 44 bills transmitted to the State House of Assembly seek to, among other things, strengthen the legislature's authority to enable it serve as an effective pillar of checks and balances to the executive, strengthen independent constitutional bodies, create and strengthen a culture of good governance, address issues of revenue leakages and unbridled government spending, and enhance effective administration of justice in Nigeria. Let me briefly go through some of these notable bills among the 44. We're not taking all of them, but just some of them. 1. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, 5th Alteration Bill number 1, 2022, that's the local government financial autonomy. The bill seeks to entrench financial autonomy for local government councils by abolishing the state joint local government account and providing for a particular account into which shall be directly paid all allocations due to local government councils from the federation account and internally generated revenue of the state government. In addition, the bill provides for the payment of teacher salaries to be shared as a responsibility for teacher salary to be shared between the 3 tiers of government, such that the amount to be deducted from local government councils is the least. 2. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, 5th Alteration Bill number 2, 2022, Local Government Administrative Autonomy. This bill seeks to establish local government councils as a substantive tier of government in the Constitution and guarantee their democratic existence and tenure by entrenching the fundamental governance structure of the local government councils in the Constitution. It prohibits the exercise of council powers by any entity other than democratically elected council members. 3. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, 5th Alteration Bill, number 11, 2022, Inauguration of Senators and Members-elect. This bill seeks to provide the quorum of members-elect required for the first and inaugural session of members-elect of the National and State House of Assembly as a 2/3 majority of members-elect present. And of course, you know the menace we try to cure there. 4. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, 5th Alteration Bill number 26, 2022. Fair hearing in the process of recommending the removal of judicial officers. This bill requires a fair hearing in recommending the removal of judicial officers by the State Judicial Service Commission. 5. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, 5th Alteration Bill number 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34, 2002. This deals with devolution of powers. This bill intends to decongest the exclusive legislative list by moving some items to a concurrent legislative list, thereby giving more legislative powers to the states. These items include airports, fingerprints, identification and criminal records, prisons and railways, etc. These amendments strengthen the federal system and ensure that governance responsibilities are efficiently allocated to the level of government best able to manage them. It also allows states to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity in areas covered by national grid within their respective domains. 6. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, Fifth Alteration Bill, number 39, 2022. Power to enforce compliance of remittance of accruals into the Federation account and review of revenue allocation formula. It empowers the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission to enforce compliance with the remittances of accruals into and disbursement of revenue from the Federation account and streamline the procedure for reviewing the revenue allocation formula. 7. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, Fifth Alteration Bill number 45, 2022. Time frame for the submission of the names of ministerial or commissioner nominees. This bill provides a time frame within which the president or a governor of the state shall forward to the Senate or a state house of assembly names of nominees for confirmation as ministers or commissioners. 8. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, Fifth Alteration Bill number 47, 2022, Establishment of State Security Council. The bill establishes a State Security Council to advise the governor on matters relating to public security. 9. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Fifth Alteration Bill number 48, 2022. This gives the power to summon the president and governors. The amendment grants the National Assembly and the State Houses of Assembly the powers to summon the president and governors, respectively, to answer questions on issues of national security or any matter over which the National Assembly and the State House of Assembly have power to make laws. 10. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, Fifth Alteration Bill, number 51, 2022. Creation of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federal Government. It establishes the Office of the Accountant General of the Federal Government as distinct from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. It aims to ensure ease of administration by enabling the federal government to have its accounting officer separate from the accounting officer dealing with the other government tiers. 11. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, Fifth Alteration Bill number 53, 2022. This deals with separation of the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and the state from the Office of the Minister or Commissioner for Justice. It makes the Office of the Attorney General independent and insulated from partisanship by separating it from the Office of the Minister of Justice or Commissioner for Justice, as the case may be. 12. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, Fifth Alteration, Bill number 58, 2022. This deals with independent candidacy. The bill seeks to alter the Constitution to allow an independent candidate to contest for an elective position. This amendment expands the political space for democratic participation by providing a platform outside the political parties for persons to participate in and contest elections. 9. Let me give you a sense of where we are with the bills as of today. I just give you a snapshot of some of the 44 bills that were transmitted. Let me now give you a sense of where we are with the bills as of today. 6 months after the transmission of this bill to the state assemblies, 6 months after, it is most disheartening to inform you that only 11 state houses of assembly, 11, have demonstrated their independence and loyalty to the Constitution regarding the 44 bills. Only 11. 25 state houses of assembly are yet to consider and vote on these bills. So far, only Abia, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Delta, Edo, Kaduna, Katsina, Kogi, Lagos, Ogun, and Osun states have successfully considered, voted on, and forwarded their resolutions on the 44 bills to the National Assembly. More worrisome is that while we are still expecting the receipt of the resolutions of the remaining Houses of Assembly, we received a letter from the Conference of Speakers of State Assemblies informing the National Assembly that the remaining states will not act. The remaining states will not act on the 44 bills unless the National Assembly passes 4 new bills they have proposed in the letter. The bills they propose to seek to amend the Constitution includes 1, a bill to establish state police. This is a bill that we've already considered and voted on as required by the Constitution. State police. 2, a bill to establish state judicial council. 3, a bill to streamline the procedure for removing presiding officers of state houses of assembly. And 4, a bill to institutionalize legislative bureaucracy in the Constitution. We want to ensure everyone understands this. The National Assembly is in no way averse to acting on any proposed bill or memoranda appropriately tabled before it at any time during the life of this National Assembly. However, it is legally and constitutionally inappropriate for the Conference of Speakers to use the 4 bills as a quid pro quo to act on the 44 bills the National Assembly has transmitted. It is clear, and we cannot overstate, that this letter is not in keeping with the obligation the Constitution has placed on them regarding the constitutional amendment. Let me also make clear, we believe it is the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob. Let us be clear, the bills the National Assembly transmitted to the State House of Assembly as required by the Constitution are not about members of the National Assembly. It transcends our personal and political interest. It is about the people who have graciously given us the temporary privilege to serve them. The offices and positions we each hold belong to the people, and they yearn for a government that is honest, accountable, and responsive to their needs. It is therefore disheartening that some State Houses of Assembly, through the Conference of Speakers, will give the National Assembly conditions before fulfilling their constitutional obligations, which is either to vote it up or vote it down, or make transmissions. Although the Conference of Speakers did not allude to this in their letter, we are aware of the undue interference with legislative processes and political capture of some State Houses of Assembly by some state governors. No doubt some state governors have worked tirelessly to turn the Conference of Speakers and some state assemblies into political puppets, thereby undermining and delegitimizing the legislative institution at the state level. This interference has been ramped up, especially in opposition to the bills granting financial and administrative autonomy to the local governments. And this is what it's all about. We transmitted 44 bills, but we know what's at stake here. It is those 2 bills dealing with local government autonomy, admin and financial. That is what this is all about. An independent state legislature is essential to the well-being of Nigeria's constitutional democracy. That is why the ongoing attempt by some state governors, with the support of some speakers and allies in the State House of Assembly, to eliminate that independence should alarm all Nigerians. This posturing by the Conference of Speakers of State Assemblies should be shown for what it truly is, a total disregard for the Nigerian constitutional system. It remains true that each State House of Assembly is independent of the other, no doubt. However, constitutional amendment bills require the approval of 2/3, that's 24, of the 36 State House of Assembly before they can be presented to the President for assent. Therefore, how a State Assembly decides on each of the bills is prerogative. But there must be a decision for citizens to know where each State House of Assembly stands on the issue this bill seeks to address. Please permit us to use this opportunity to appeal to citizens civil society organizations, interest, professional groups, and institutions to prevail on the comfort of speakers to withdraw their threat to truncate the Constitution amendment process. Instead, we should all speak up to defend the Constitution and our democracy. Suppose we ignore this brazen attempt by some governors to truncate the constitutional process. In that case, we will ultimately be enablers of the undermining of the critical bulwark of our democracy, which we should not allow. While we use this medium to applaud all state houses of assembly that have successfully considered and approved the constitutional alteration bills, we also urge the remaining 25 state houses of assemblies to keep faith with Nigerians, and the constitution they swore to uphold. May we all honor our pledge to Nigerians to build and reform by listening to our people. Thank you. I will take your questions.